From Bad Monkey Studios in beautiful Amish country, heard throughout these fabulous United States and around the globe on the World Wide Web, this is the B Team with Cory and Jim. We are the B Team.
Everybody knows.
Oh. Sorry about that. Oh, wait. There. Cory said something funny today.
No.
It's too early.
You know I hate that. You know I hate that.
It's too early. This is the one you love.
That's better.
Yeah.
The drum thing's cliche. Yeah. You know.
It's been done to death.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to buy a drum thing, where are you going to go?
I'd go to Amazon.
I'd go to Amazon.
That's where I feel like you're heading right now.
You're so
I'm ahead of the curve.
You're intuitive is what you are.
Yeah.
You have some shopping to do? The B Team has made it easy on you.
Not really.
You're welcome. Yeah. Go to the computer, enter in the bteamwithcoryandjim.com, go to the bottom of our homepage and click the Amazon banner. Log into your account and shop away. There are no fees or charges to you. You shop as you usually do, but this time you help out your friends at the B Team because when you shop using your Amazon banner, the good people at Amazon.com throw us a few pennies. Isn't this some kind of special shopping day?
They did that. They did that Prime Day.
That
was yesterday, I think.
Was it?
So we missed out.
But you get they were offering like a free month of Prime or something like that for signing up. So
isn't that
that's worth your while? I think you can still do it today.
You should. Prime's awesome anyway.
Yeah, get on there.
Free 2-day shipping. Come on.
Go to the B Team with CoryandJim.com. Use our banner. Send my kids to college. Work hard. Have fun.
Community college. But yeah.
Make history. Amazon.com. Tweaked Audio. Tweaked Audio has one mission, and that mission is to provide audiophiles around the world with high-quality audio products at affordable prices. They have all the most popular colors and styles you can't find just anywhere. Bluetooth, sport, metal, and even wood earbuds. Wood.
I know.
Wood.
Bamboo. I think it's
but
bamboo.
What scares me a little bit after talking to the Bug Man last week.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah,
I don't want anything in my ear anymore.
No.
I don't even sleep in a bed anymore.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bed bugs.
My wife
They're
zips
real.
me up in
one of those little suits.
Well, it's a onesie. Let's call it what it is.
Well, no, it's a romper.
Plastic
It's
onesie.
it's one of those rompers. Those are all
and
the
I
rage.
sleep in the bathtub now. Mic'd and unmic'd, over-the-ear headphones, and all the accessories to keep you tweaked. Go to tweakedaudio.com to get great earbuds. Use discount code BTEAM, that's BTEAM, at checkout and get 33% off all orders. I'm not going to say it again. 33% off.
Even though you just did.
That's a third. Well, I won't say it next week.
There you go. Yeah.
Free worldwide shipping. What do you want from these people? You want them to bleed for you?
That's what it sounds like. I don't know how that's a good business model. I don't know anything about business, but
giving everything away free. Well, that's what we do.
Sure.
Lifetime limited warranty. Tweaked Audio sounds better.
What a pregnant pause that was.
Yeah, you might like that. Noah Jones. Noah is a native of St. Louis, Missouri, and therefore a huge St. Louis Cardinals fanatic. He graduated from Bowling Green State University with a journalism degree in 2015 and joined the Richland Source team in February of 2016.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Follow. Did you like that?
I did.
It doesn't sound official. Well, it's from your website, so
Yes, I remember writing it well.
Did you?
So yeah, sounds fantastic.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here.
You're here for a few different reasons. One, I like reading your stuff in Richland Source.
Well, thank you.
And two, you seem pretty funny.
I try.
And we like funny here. And what is the thing that you do? Is it, I'm going to say it wrong, but it's like Out and About with Noah.
Yeah.
Is
So
that exactly what it is?
I am the host of a YouTube show. It goes around it goes online on YouTube once a month. It's called Noah on the Road. And basically what I do is I drive around and interview people. Well, actually, that's not true. I don't drive around anymore. Good story.
Okay.
I used to drive my own car, and then my publisher realized that we could get the whole thing sponsored. So we got Donley Auto Group in Shelby. I'm sorry, not in Shelby. Donley Auto Group in Crawford, Richland, and Ashland County to sponsor the show. So it's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah. We get to drive their cars, and basically I get to do almost whatever I want in the cars, which is sort of a dream come true. Except I have recently received 3 speeding tickets, and so I don't get to drive the cars. I have someone else drive me around.
Now you look way cooler, though. So it's like, I got a driver. So
Yeah.
So I have a chauffeur. So it's really Noah being chauffeured on the road.
And you do an interview inside the car?
Yeah, we do. So I believe the last one that was sponsored, we had the Red Ball Jets, who are a Budweiser sponsored band. They do a lot of cover songs from the 80s and 70s and 90s, and they actually played a couple songs in my car, and that was awesome. It was a really great time. And then they were talking about Final Fridays, which are really cool. If you guys don't know what those are, basically the entire town comes out, and all of Mansfield is listening to people play music.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Final Fridays.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
They're really doing a lot with the downtown, uptown area of Mansfield now. There's always something to do there.
There really is, yeah.
Every weekend. It's not. It used to be. It was like you could go to the carousel,
But you still can. How dare you?
Yeah.
First of all, okay. And they give out free tickets. They're like hotcakes. Yeah. All right. So you get a BOGO.
Show
Buy
some
one, get
respect.
one. Yeah. Those horses are handcrafted
They are
and
actually.
imported, I think.
No, they're made in Mansfield.
please.
See, look at that. There's a
that's
fun
actually,
fact.
That's actually one of the coolest things about Mansfield is that they have the largest carousel. Well, not only the largest, but probably the only carousel handmade production people in the country. It's awesome in the world.
See, worldwide, and you're saying the carousel like it's something to frown upon.
Well, I'm in Amish country. I could
So
have
he's
them.
got
I
his
could
wooden horses.
probably get
Yeah, right.
them woodpeckers the size of those wooden horses to ride on.
You could ride real horses out here.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean?
They do.
Big ones.
How much? Yeah. How much horse poop did you drive over? coming
I have
here.
to be honest with you. I didn't see or smell any.
Yet.
I got a good
Yet.
day.
They're not out and
it's a-
about.
I'm
just
blaming
yet.
the rain.
It's,
Oh yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
It's the crack of 10. So.
it's almost lunchtime.
Yeah.
They get going like 4:30, man. You know.
Oh yeah, they do. They do. You know what will surprise you about Amish folks is how late they go. I mean, we see buggies coming down through here.
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning,
Mhm.
Wow.
and they got to get up at 4 to milk something.
Hung over too. Just whew, that's rough.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Homemade wine, I'm sure.
Listen. Don't you fool yourself. They know what weed smells like. They know what hooch tastes like. All right? So let's not
There's
get into
no
that.
doubt.
They know the value of $1.
Yeah.
So you're not coming here and pulling any wool over anybody's eyes.
I didn't say that we were gonna.
No.
I just feel like you took it to negative town.
I came in pretty hot.
Anyway, Mansfield, yeah.
Yeah.
You got the carousel. It's a happening
You got
place.
that place everybody goes to eat, the Cody dogs.
Coney Island, man.
Yeah.
There are actually 2 Coney
Yeah, I
Islands,
know.
and I'm not
Wait a minute.
entirely sure what that story is. Do you guys know it?
It's a bit of a
No.
war. I don't
There
actually. I
is?
don't know the backstory. All I know is one's typically better than the other one.
Yeah.
So I hear. I'm
Have
not
you
trying to
been
start
one
any
of
shit, but
I know that one is better for breakfast, but I don't know which one. I've been to both of them before. One is closer to the courthouse, so if I'm covering
Okay.
something at the courthouse, I'll go to that one.
Okay.
One was closer to where we used to work, downtown, and so I would go to that one if I needed because it's cheap food and it's not bad. So that's
Right.
where I would go.
so the
for-
Pepsi challenge, which one's better? Put you on the spot. You don't have to answer that.
Well,
I'll say it. It's
Yes,
the one
he does now.
downtown.
yeah,
Not on the
I
square.
feel like I do have to go
Yeah.
to the one. I was going to choose the one on the square.
Were you?
But it's going to be Fountain. It's got to be Fountain. It's
Fountain
not even.
what?
It's Fountain soda
Pop?
pop. Yeah.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
It's good.
Fountain Pepsi. It's better than any other Pepsi.
I would say so.
I'm more of a Coke guy myself.
No, Coke's fine too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying if you're gonna have Pepsi, fountain seems to be the way to go.
Yeah.
For me.
I won't argue.
For me. Just saying. Maybe it's something with the syrup.
I don't know what it is with you.
All right, so you got your Conies. What else we got? Final Fridays,
Mm-hmm.
which that's a pretty good time.
My favorite thing
food
is
trucks.
Phoenix Brewing or
Yeah.
Phoenix Brewery. It's really cool.
We're wanting to
Phoenix
get
Brewing.
someone in from the brewery.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
coffin
Talk
shop,
to-
right? Ex-coffin shop.
Yeah.
Wow, you know your Mansfield, don't you?
Kind of.
You're polished.
I've been
As they
around.
say.
I've been around.
Well, polished. That'll cost you what, about $80 in Mansfield? No, you can't get polished.
Can you even get a shoe shine
I don't.
anymore?
I don't know. I was going to assume you could get one at the mall, but I'm just not sure anymore.
I feel like nobody wears shoes that you can shine on a regular basis.
They do. They
You're not
just
gonna
don't do
You're
it.
not gonna take your Nikes up there, like dust these things off for me. You know what I mean? They don't. They don't hold a shine.
You can use kick spray. That's a real thing. That's a real product.
Okay.
Kick spray. Look it up. Go to Amazon.com.
I'm not gonna buy any. Of
No, go to our website.
to Amazon. How dare you? This guy.
Go to Amazon and get
So-
you some kick spray.
Not on it today.
That's what you need to do. So Noah, who do you think you are?
Is this like you're asking me like how I
It's
would
how
describe
you
myself?
asked that. I liked the way I asked that was in a friendly way.
No.
I could have gone another route. I could have gone, who do you think you are?
Oh, see, that's how
You
I
know?
felt like you did ask
Yeah, I
me.
know, right?
Oh, is that
Just
good?
coming in hot.
I'm not real good with voices, so I may have
Just
come in.
awful. And the beard too, so you look really just kind of aggressive. you know?
That was the other reason he was invited. The beard.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Well,
yeah?
but yours looks like, his is all trimmed and nice.
Yeah.
Yours
I
looks like
try
you-
to keep professional.
Yeah.
Like you just hopped off a bike. You're gonna go get in a gang fight or something.
Yeah. And I don't have a single tattoo.
Yet.
What is that?
Yeah.
I don't deserve this beard.
I'd agree. You color it. But so you rich and source. And you
I've already asked the first
No, I
question.
know. Well, okay. All right, you go. I'll jump in later.
Tell us something about you.
Okay. Well, so aside from being
You're from
a
St. Louis.
journalist,
What is it? What is a St. Louisite?
I've always called myself a St. Louisan.
Nice. That sounds
But
better
is that
than
right?
Ite.
I mean, to each his own, but yeah, that's right.
Tomato, potato. Right.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, from St. Louis. Went to school. We already know where you went to school.
Yeah. Bowling Green State
Bowling
University.
Green.
Let me just
married-
ask you this.
Um,
How do you get from St. Louis to BGSU?
So
Yeah.
on top of me wanting
It's an
to
acceptance letter.
Well, sure. Well, yeah. I mean, that's part of it. But
So I didn't really take school very seriously until maybe junior year. Up until that point, I thought I was going to be a professional baseball player. I won't
Nice.
lie to you.
Yeah.
So I got maybe I had a 2.2 GPA up until my sophomore year.
that's
and
still
then-
eligible, though, right? You can still play. No,
Right?
Yeah, no, you had to have a
No.
2.5 to play high school sports, I think.
lame.
Yeah, but that's not why I stopped playing baseball. I stopped playing baseball for an entirely different reason. But I worked my butt off to be able to get to school in general, and so my grandparents who live in Upper Sandusky,
Okay.
and then I have well, actually now my mom lives in Cincinnati, so it was sort of a good place to go that was away from St. Louis to get away from high school and all that sort of stuff to sort of learn who I was as a human being, blah blah blah,
Right.
and
Find
Right.
yourself.
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And so it worked out really well, and I can't speak higher of Ohio or Bowling Green. I love that school, and I love the state, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is
I went-
nice.
I went to OU, so naturally we're rivals.
Yeah,
you go.
I've already started to dislike you.
That's good. This is good. The rapport.
Your mom goes to college.
If you can excuse me just a second, gentlemen, there's one thing I forgot to do in my half-hour-long prep that I did pre-show. I forgot to shut off the air conditioner, so I'm getting a little bit of a hum
Oh,
on here. So I'm going to shut that down
keep
while you
talking.
two gentlemen talk. Let me give you a topic.
now, how about this?
What's the funniest thing you've ever seen? Go.
That's such a horrible question to ask somebody. That's so broad.
Yeah, I'm not really even sure what the most funny thing I've ever seen is. I've seen gross things, but like never in person, always on like YouTube.
I feel like you can find the grossest shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, on the internet in general.
Or like
but-
Tosh.0 or like one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay, funniest thing you've ever seen. Did anybody answer?
Yeah, we had two hilarious things that
Did
you
you not
missed.
hear us crying with laughter?
We just wrapped up before you sat back down.
You know the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I don't.
My first trip to Walmart when they put it in Ontario. It was about 3:00 in the morning. My 9 to 5, I was working at 3A. I was working a 11P to 7A shift. So on my nights off, I'd be bored to death. So I went to Walmart, and I was in the electronics section because I just got my first computer, because that's what people were doing in, what, 19...
Was it like a
90.
Was it a Mac? Did you have like was a Macintosh back then though?
I didn't care. Names meant nothing to me. It was just some kind of
Just a blue screen and you could type
It
crap
was the
out
one
on
with
it.
the huge tube.
Oh, yeah.
The huge monitor. And I went to buy some software, hardware, some type of wear. And it's 3:00 in the morning. And I hear, and I'm like, what in the world am I hearing? I turn around to look, and there is a human, I think, that's about 1.5 feet tall, with no legs, okay, with little arms on the side, with gloves, with the knuckles, the knuckle gloves,
Like the biker ones.
the tough guy gloves.
Oh yeah, okay.
And he's on a skateboard. I'm not joking. This is not a joke story. He is pushing himself along on the skateboard with his little mitts. He's got the little Vienna sausage finger things.
Yeah, they're gonna get strong.
And he's wearing shooting glasses, the yellow big shooting glasses. And he just rolls right by.
Did he say anything to you?
Whoops.
Did he say anything to you at all?
No, not a thing. Did
he look at you?
He had leather.
Did you guys lock eyes?
On. He may have given me
one of those.
I mean, but he had to look way
Sure.
up, so I wasn't sure if maybe the light got in his eyes or if he was
Right.
if
Giving
he
you
was
what's up?
indicating
What's going on?
giving me one
I
of
think
those.
you have to add the cool guy head nod to that story. That's what makes everything like totally normal. Like I think that's a vital part of the story.
It was, and I nearly vomited. I did, because it was such a strange thing. It's not that his presence wasn't sickening to me. It was
That's
just
what it sounds like.
No, it was just such an odd sight. Who is? I'm looking at some kind of program, probably so I can download porn. I don't know the exact.
It wasn't that sophisticated at the time.
No, it wasn't at all. But yeah, and I'm not joking. From the table to the top of his head was the entire unit was this tall.
The entire weapon
you know
system.
Vern Troyer?
Yeah.
The little
Mini me.
Vern Troyer could put this little thing in his back pocket. I'm not joking.
I feel like there's some embellishing there.
And when he left, a lady came down the aisle. All right. She was shopping, I guess, for electronics also, or putting electronics away. I think she was an employee. She said, "You see that little feller go through here?" And I said, yeah, I did. And she said, "He's a truck driver." You tell me how that works.
I don't know, man.
You tell me
I don't know
how that works.
Maybe he had one of those like the real early like Stephen Hawking setups where he could kind of blow on it to drive and he could just shift. Who knows? Like for the accelerator. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here.
I have a feeling there's
maybe he drove with his hands.
blow pipes and lasers in his life.
Who knows?
Laser monkeys. Oh man, if I could have a laser monkey.
No.
That'd just be the best.
Because they always get mean.
You know what a laser monkey is, Noah?
I do not.
Oh, it's for the paraplegics and the lucky people in the wheelchairs that they have a light, and whatever they put the light on the monkey will go get it for him.
No.
No, they can't communicate.
That's a real thing.
They can't.
I feel like you're just making this shit up as you go.
A laser monkey. No, that's an absolute. It's they use a rhesus monkey, the same ones they use in the laboratories. It's just a little guy.
The outbreak monkeys.
Yeah,
Is that what that is?
yeah. Patient 1. Yeah, and what they do is they put the laser light on an item
stuff.
that they want, like on the refrigerator handle, and the monkey sees the laser light. Because he's always eating, because he's a monkey.
Checking for ticks,
And
man.
he sees that light, and he runs, and gets opens the refrigerator, and
That's awesome.
And then I guess you put the laser on whatever it is you want on the refrigerator, and he brings it to you.
Sounds like a perfect fit for Bad Monkey Studio. You should get an assistant.
Thank you, Noah.
You're so welcome.
Thank
Dude,
you.
That would be awesome.
How does that fit in? Oh,
But then
if we could both have monkeys,
But you know how much those things probably shit.
they would
man.
poop.
I mean,
on
everywhere.
everything. They would
Everywhere.
poop on everything.
It'd be horrible.
So what did you guys say? What did you say was? But anyway, on my way home, I had to pull over because I started laughing so hard.
Oh, sure.
When it was like being punched in the nose. I was like, I don't know what just happened. But then on my drive home, it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Do you ever people watch? Richland Source should do that. You guys should go to Walmart after midnight and just enjoy the show.
You know,
It's awesome.
I normally people watch, but not at Walmart. No, Walmart is not my my cup of tea. I feel
No?
like I
You're
sort
missing
of
out.
come out needing hand sanitizer.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to need to bathe.
Yeah.
Or boil.
One or the other.
Yeah, you just boil yourself up.
I'm pretty
somehow.
sure I saw a motorized cart gang there.
Nice.
Yeah.
They were a group.
Yeah.
It was collective.
Yeah.
People got out of the way, man. I don't know. They didn't say a lot, you know. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't gauge it, but that's what it looked like.
Just a lot of New Balance shoes.
Or flip-flops.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
You say New Balance shoes, and I immediately know how old the people wearing them were.
Thanks. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Or Skechers shape-ups, you know.
But what did you say? What's the funniest thing?
That
What's your
I don't
funniest
know.
thing? I really
have
didn't
no
hear you.
idea.
I was busy.
I
I was at the other end of the facility, clear down there.
Oh yeah.
3 to 5 feet away.
Yeah. Shutting off the air conditioner, and I didn't hear you guys.
It was so loud. I know.
No, he's
It's
not
like a
gonna
freight
tell me. What was
train.
yours?
You know, I want to think of something so hilarious and so clever, but all these things probably wouldn't be funny to you. Like one time, my roommate in college started drooling while talking to someone, and that was hilarious, but it wouldn't be very funny to you.
That sounds funny.
I mean,
It does sound funny.
but-
Why was he having a stroke? Was he?
he just drooled. It's like
It was
that's just
hilarious.
like-
He stroked out.
Yeah.
We were laughing at him and stuff. I mean, we
Pointing.
called 911 later. But
Yeah. Or like, you know, I don't know. I feel like a lot of funny things, as I was telling Cory, I see a lot of funny things online, but they don't happen to me necessarily. Like people
comedy's subjective.
Yeah.
getting punched so hard that they vomit, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like Tosh.0 stuff.
Yeah.
That was always my favorite Jackass stuff when they would like set him, like they would trick him into getting hit
Yeah.
with like that giant boxing glove one. They put that
Yeah.
little paper there, and the lines got smaller and smaller. They get closer, and they got drilled. Hilarious, super infantile, but really funny.
Those guys couldn't pay me enough money to do half the stuff they do.
No,
No way.
not even a little
No way.
bit.
One they did, Johnny Knoxville did himself that I cannot believe somebody didn't thrash him for, was they put a baby seat.
Oh yeah,
A baby carrier
on
seat
top
on
of the
top of a
van.
car.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And made it stick there. I don't know what they used, but they put it up there.
Command strips.
and yeah. Yeah. And
Toughest things on the planet.
that's right.
Yeah, only like when you're setting them up though, like they always fall off. You hang something on there, they fall off. But when you want to take it off, somehow it peels half the drywall off. When you remove it, you're like, "What in the fuck is this shit?"
It is amazing.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
It's ridiculous.
But he strapped this baby seat to the top of the car and was, he would act like he was running to the car and he was rushed, and he would set it up there, stick it on there, and then get in the car and take off, and people were chasing him down the road.
For sure, as you would.
Oh yeah, anybody would. I wouldn't want to know anyone who wouldn't chase that car.
Just watch
and then
that.
They were laughing at people for chasing him. That one I really didn't appreciate the humor in it that much,
Yeah.
because anybody, including the guys doing the joke, would. I would hope, would run after a car that would have a baby.
Yeah, you don't want to be the guy with your cell phone yelling "World Star" as the guy with the van is driving with the baby on top of it. Like, that's just not a good look.
It is not.
Like, dude, hang up the phone for a second. Just go knock on a window.
Right.
How are you the same or different from your parents?
Okay. I am similar in a lot of ways. My mom always sort of tells me a lot of the time growing up. She told me, I guess I should change my tense. She always said, Noah, the golden rule is treat other people the way that you would want to be treated. But the platinum rule is treat other people the way that they would want to be treated. And so that is sort of, I guess maybe a mantra or a silent mantra that I'd like to think about. I really try and do the right thing, whether people need me to or not. And so that's a lot of how I'm like my mom. I'm like my dad in we both sing. He was an opera singer for the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra.
Nice.
He would do a lot of stuff with them, and he was in a lot of operas growing up. And I am a folk singer, or I guess a sideshow musician is what I like to talk people about myself. I mean. But I think I'm different in that I'm a lot cooler than they were in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do any like shows? Do you sing in a band or anything? Or
So, sort of. I do a lot of solo acts at the moment. But I recently made friends with this guy who's really good at guitar. So we sing a lot of my original songs, and he sort of does like guitar solos in the middle of them, and they're really cool what he's able to do with it. It's funny how, it's the same song over and over, and then you play with someone else and it's almost entirely different, or there's a brand new energy, and it's really cool. I see that you have some guitars, so clearly one of you guys know what I'm talking about. But it's a lot of fun.
that's awesome.
So you and Sidewalk Bob play downtown in Mansfield?
With
the guitar case open.
Yeah. Well, we have yet to.
Quick buck.
Yeah, we haven't busked yet, but we've. I've had a couple of opportunities to play a couple of shows coming up soon. Hopefully, those will come to fruition. And then I've played in Kansas and in Missouri and in Bowling Green before.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something
So
I didn't know about you. I
you've
didn't find that
toured.
anywhere.
You've toured.
Yeah. One bar, one state. The 1 bar, 1 state tour.
Yeah.
Boom. Nailed it.
You talk about busking. That is definitely one thing the internet has brought us. Some real talent.
For
if you watch YouTube, just go in there and put in busking.
Yeah.
And you'll see some. There are people I've seen on there, and I'm like, I would buy that album today.
Yeah.
If he would put that out.
Well, there's that one guy who I don't remember his name, but he was singing in, I would imagine, a New York subway. And his voice was just gorgeous. And I can't remember what song it was, but it was the one that, I can't remember what it's called. But it's like, never mind. I'm not going to sing it because I don't remember how it goes now. Anyway, but he ended up being on the, who does the car ride shows with celebrity singers? James Corbin.
James
show.
Corbin.
He ended up singing on the James Corbin
did.
show.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he. So I mean, just power of internet right there, I guess. But yeah, it was awesome.
No doubt.
Now we might be thinking of a different one because I've seen a few of them in the subway. Was it Unchained Melodies?
Yes,
that he sang?
that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I know
gorgeous.
exactly which one you were talking about.
When he hits that high note,
yeah,
gorgeous. Yeah,
real good stuff. But that's definitely something you could spend a day just looking at that.
I get sucked into YouTube all the time. Like
I'm
when
sorry,
I'm about to
you
go
get
to sleep, sucked into it.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
it'd be like Facebook. You'll hit something. It's like a 30-second video. It's funny, but then it rolls into like a 3-minute video, and you're like, okay, I'll invest 10, 15 seconds, but something hilarious happens in the first 10 seconds. So you watch the whole thing, and then the next thing 3 hours later, you're like, what have I done with my life right
totally.
now?
Yeah.
What's happening to me?
That is true. Yeah, if you want to burn 3 hours, spend 5 minutes on the internet. Yeah.
You can go down a
Just
rabbit
go
hole
somewhere.
really, really quick.
Real quick.
Yeah. Just some random stuff.
Stuff you didn't know you needed to know.
Yeah.
That you don't even need to know,
No,
but you're like, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Let's check this out. Yes, I want to watch car crashes in Russia. Sure. Why not?
My favorite car crashes are the ones that happen on like snowy days where like you just sort of see it coming. They're coming down a hill. They're going like 8 miles an hour. And then midway through, it's like, oh no, they're going like 30 miles an hour. And then there's like parked cars and they manage to hit every single one. Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
There's one in particular. They show a full-size bus coming down a hill.
Oh no.
That's just knocking cars out of the way. And it looks like he's going like 2 miles per hour, but he's just sliding and he can't stop. That's a good one. Yeah. So yeah,
I like the narrow misses, man. You know, where that's like a person who's like just oblivious. A car doing 90 flies right by him, and they're like, "Huh?" One of those.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're just that close to dying right there, and you had no idea, no clue.
We're lucky to have the internet out here. Remember, I was telling just before we went on air, I was telling Noah about the rape cave.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
it's a whole. Oh my god,
it is.
It rubs the lotion. Yeah, a whole bunch of that.
Yeah,
if you would have showed up and seen that, you'd be like, nah, pass, hard pass.
Yeah, Emma Woods, the author, she happens to be a personal friend of ours. And she's the only
guest that we've had, that wasn't related to you or Whitey.
Yeah.
That has
people
been
who would understand that they're not going to be killed.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is a little different here with the internet.
So you mentioned too before we started recording that you used to cover, or do you still cover the crime beat as well?
Yep, I am currently the crime beat reporter for Richland Source.
So you do that, and then you do the traveling show. What else do you do? It's kind of like a jack of all trades a little bit.
Yeah. So we only have four non-sports reporters.
Really?
So we're all considered general assignment reporters, and then I think all of us have like things that we're supposed to pay attention to. So I do crime and music, or nightlife, if you will.
Okay.
So excuse me, sorry. So I do a lot of that stuff. So I like have the scanner at my desk at work, and I have the chief's phone number and all of that stuff.
The chief.
Yep.
It's a red phone.
Yeah.
It's like a bat phone. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I also get to do a lot of the cool things, like going to concerts or interviewing musicians. And we actually throw concerts at Richland Source too, which is really cool. We call them our Richland Source After Hours. And basically what that is we just have one band come in and they play for about half an hour. And it's sponsored in kind. So we have free food and free beer from one of the local distributors, Martini's, as a bar in town.
Right.
And then we get food from Doc's Deli.
You have great food too.
Yeah, that's
really
awesome. Good. It's such good food for sure. And so we get maybe between 25 to 50 people come in for the shows, and it's a great time. And then we end up using what they've just played, and we have it recorded by a guy named Aaron Nicholas, and he's really great. He is currently working out of Columbus, and he turns their live set into a full album for them. And so it's awesome. A really good time. I think for both of us, Richland Source and the musician, really benefit from it because they're basically getting a free album out of it, and we're getting a really cool product.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that is. And so I would say that was going to be my next question, but that falls right into it. Your favorite parts of being a journalist, I would imagine, are those.
Yes.
Those things.
So my favorite parts of being a journalist are definitely sort of the opportunities that I have to be social wherever I go. So I've only been in Mansfield reporting for a little bit under a year and a half, I would guess. And it's really hard for me to go somewhere and not see a familiar face or someone that I talk to or something like that. So that's really cool, but it's also a bit of a burden because it's hard to know who your actual friends are, because it's like, hey, when are you gonna like do this for my business?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
But the Noah on the road things are definitely one of my favorites. The after hours are also one of my favorite things.
Those are always funny. Every one of those I've seen are always funny.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm still sort of working out what the proper formula is. As you were mentioning, It seems like a lot of people,
Whoops.
after about...
Of course, that's got to be me. So sorry.
Yeah.
So unprofessional.
I know this guy today, just dropping the ball.
Left and right.
Air conditioning, cell phone.
I mean, what's next? Jeez. Anyway, you're saying.
It's just the president. I don't have to
Oh,
take it.
okay. It's not the chief.
No.
Oh.
No, it's not the chief. He doesn't have it.
It's not Batman.
So yeah, it's hard for me to know what the proper formula is so far, in terms of how to make the videos, because I think that there's so many things online, or if you're watching it on your cell phone, like so many of us do, there's so many things that can distract you from a video, right? So it's hard thus far for me. I'm only like 6 to 8 episodes of No On the Road in, and I want to be able to figure out what I can do that's funny enough at the beginning that doesn't give away the entire video.
Right.
Because basically what I do is I interview someone in a almost serious but sort of a not fluffy, that's sort of a negative word in journalism, but like
Business casual.
upbeat sort
bit,
of way. Yeah. And then it always ends on a high note or a funny note or a silly note. So for instance, the one that we had with Downtown Mansfield Incorporated for the Final Friday, we started with one of the representatives of DMI, and they were telling me about Final Friday, and then we picked up the Red Ball Jets, and they played that song. It's like, everyone's watching to see what you can do. Yeah. And so that was awesome. And that got like 9,000 views on Facebook, which is pretty good for us.
Really good.
I think.
Yeah.
I think we have... well, I don't know how many page viewers or page likes we have on Facebook, but that's a good strong video for something like that. I think, because it's almost a niche in that not investive, but one has to invest in that monthly watching to maybe appreciate it as much as possible. So I'm still trying to figure out the right formula for something funny up front, but that can also have them last through the whole video and appreciate the ending, and that they've like sort of felt like they appreciate waiting through the whole thing to get to the most funny part.
Right. They are good though.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was like, I really like the opportunity to get that guy on the show.
Oh, good.
Because you do turn it into something fun and funny, and
awesome.
And it does come off light. It's always informative, but light, which I always like. I always like that.
Cool.
Because things are so heavy in the news.
I think my favorite one that I've done thus far was one I did with the Mansfield YMCA. I had a guy named James Tweet in the passenger car, and basically what we wanted to do was talk about why it's important, because most people at the New Year's Eve, or at the January 1st day, they have a goal, and it typically has to do with weight loss or going to the gym more often. So I had the YMCA in to talk to me a little bit about that. And so he's telling me, my favorite scene is he's talking to me about his favorite foods and how he always has a bowl of blueberry oatmeal. Yeah. And then I roll down the window, and the people can't see where we are, but they hear someone say, "Hi, welcome to Wendy's. How can I help you?" And I order a Frosty.
Yeah.
And he just looks so ticked off.
Yeah. Yeah.
He really nailed that. Yeah. So that was my favorite episode thus far.
That's hilarious.
Good. Yeah.
It's almost that you get that same feel of, I don't know if you've seen the Jerry Seinfeld thing,
when he is
getting coffee in cars.
Yeah. Isn't it Comedians in Cars?
Yeah. It's pretty good. It seems to. It's not the exact same formula, but it's in that vein, and I really like that. Yeah.
Well, it's hard because there are a lot of popular shows on television or YouTube that involve being in a car, and several people have come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're just trying to copy off of James Corbin," and the truth of the matter is that I was actually copying off the St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
So in your face, that's what you gotta say.
Yeah.
So now what?
Exactly.
What's your comeback to that, Slick? Mic drop. Out.
Don't turn around. There's there's an explosion.
Yeah.
Once you hit him with that, you can't look back.
No, there's no looking back.
Because then it's ruined. And you're like, come on.
Yeah.
It was cool, and then you're like,
and you ruined it.
It's pull the Ray-Bans off.
Right.
As you're slow motion walking.
Throw those into the fire.
For no
who
reason.
Cares,
For
right?
no reason. Just
hold the
throw 'em.
hand of a damsel in distress. Yeah. The whole thing. Yeah.
Is there any one thing that you can think of that changed the trajectory of your life? Because you said you were going to be a professional baseball player. And well,
yeah.
Is there any one?
Well,
thing?
once they're like,
right?
listen, you've got to do steroids to make the league. You're like, listen,
It was
this thing's
actually
a temple.
It
This
was
thing's a
actually
temple.
way worse than that. I had my freshman coach. I started the year like playing baseball, like actually playing. Like I was a part of the team, and then I think one time I struck out looking, and I never got another start again. And there was one time we were in the batting cages for practice, and I sort of got myself into trouble because I was hitting the ball really well, and my coach, who was a total jerk, was like, Noah, where are those in games? And I was like, on the bench. Where you put me, coach?
Nice. Burn.
What?
He was not happy about that. And so then later on, he was like, Noah, just so you know, there's no one on our team who's going to be a professional baseball player. And like, that wasn't, he said it in a lot meaner of a way. But I was like, sort of like, all right, I guess I'm sort of done like being with you because you're not a nice person.
Yeah.
I don't think you're good around kids. You're definitely not a good coach. Like, you're not the father figure that you're supposed to be.
Or goal oriented.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You constantly drink. I mean, and the drug usage. Let's talk about that. That's the elephant in the room.
Right. Yeah.
Like Boilermaker from Bad News Bears.
Yeah. And so anyway, then I got into, as I told you earlier, I sing. So I got into an a cappella group called Amen, which stood for Acapella Men. It was a lot of fun. Probably my greatest high school experience.
Wait, I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
A for acapella men.
Yep.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. They've been around forever. Really cool people. I think they're definitely on YouTube. I don't know if they're on like Spotify or anything like that. But they're definitely on YouTube.
Are you in any of the videos?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Several. And that was probably the biggest change in my life, because not only did I sort of change personalities from like a wannabe athlete to sort of a creative, like intelligence is important sort of aspect in my life. And so that definitely changed where I was. I think after I did that definitely helped me become more goal oriented on real things as opposed to dreams of being a professional athlete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So long story short,
But did you have journalism in your back pocket, or was it not even a thought?
well, as a huge Cardinal fan, I really loved paying attention to the St. Louis Cardinals. And my dad, for the longest time, we got the St. Louis Post-Dispatch delivered, and he would read the entire newspaper, but he would always leave the sports section on my desk, or not on my spot at the table. At the dinner table.
Yeah.
And so I would pick that up, and I would read Bernie Miklasz, who's just a great columnist now, but I just loved what he had to say. And so I was told by a fellow reporter that knew Bernie not to tell him this. So hopefully he's the one person who doesn't hear this, but he is the reason that I got into journalism, because I wanted to be able to influence other people and make sense out of sometimes not so fun games.
Yeah. There always seems to be that person in our life that whether we look at him and go, wow, that's a cool uniform he's got.
Right.
Sometimes that's all it is. But then there's other times where it's just a little deeper.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they always say don't meet your heroes, but I sort of do want to meet Bernie Miklasz and just sort of have a chat with him about what got him into journalism. I know that I heard him when he left the Post-Dispatch. He's now working for 101 ESPN, which is the St. Louis radio station, and that's also a really cool place before he got there. But now with him there, it's even better. And basically, he was talking about how he started his career in Baltimore and then took over a job in St. Louis, and he just loves St. Louis. And I in case you couldn't tell, I'm a huge fan of St. Louis, and so I think that his passion for the city and my passion for the city really sort of equaled each other, and so that helped out a lot.
Nice.
So you'd say it's a dream to meet Bernie Miklasz?
Yeah, you could say that.
All right, awesome. Well, turn around and look behind you, ladies and gentlemen. No,
Dude, that'd be so awesome. That'd be so awesome. Yeah, but no.
That is funny. That reminds me of there's a what's that? The professional. I should have studied before this podcast. There's that wrestler who is like one of the most winningest WWE wrestler.
The Rock.
No,
Well, it depends. It's
he's
What? He wears
he's the
Depends?
white guy with like the biggest pecs in the world.
is it John Cena?
Yes, John Cena.
Yeah.
And he's like behind people, and they're all talking about how much they love John Cena, what they would do if they met him, and they're like, turn around.
Yeah.
And these are like 3 to 5 year old kids, and they just start bawling because it's John Cena.
Yeah.
And it's just it's so funny.
That's one of
awesome.
your favorite gags, isn't it? The John
Yes.
Cena.
Well, there's
That's a good one.
there's a radio show that did that. Yeah, they called up this lady and kept saying, "Hey, are you a fan of John Cena?" And they were like prepping this show, and they called her like 5 times, man. And they kept like the first 3 times they just went straight to it, and then she was like, and they had to start switching it up. Like, "Hey, do you believe in or do you sponsor or support vets?" And they're like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, of course I do." So they would come out to see the vet like John Cena. It's going to. It's so funny.
Yeah.
They
It
eventually
sounds like
tell
one
her.
of those monster truck
Yes,
kind
yeah.
of
Yeah.
commercials. It's so
It's good.
funny. It
Yeah.
really is.
It's really good.
Well, around here, we like movies, but
Okay.
we like them for different reasons than most people. We
The
like
soundtrack?
bad movies.
Oh, okay.
No. we-
Congo.
Yeah.
That's a
Congo
favorite.
is our number one favorite movie in this studio. Do you have a favorite movie?
I do have a favorite movie. My favorite movie is probably The Prestige. I'm a huge fan of
yeah.
Christopher Nolan movies. And it just so happens that their lead in those movies are always the same guy, the guy who plays Batman, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
And so every time I talk about how much I love these movies that he just happens to be the star in, they're like, "Oh, you must really like Christian Bale." It's like, no, I like Christopher Nolan,
Yeah.
who I guess really likes
Yes.
Christian Bale.
Yes.
Yeah. yeah.
But
That was
no,
pretty good, actually.
But my favorite bad movie is probably there's that movie with Tom Arnold called The Stupids. Have you ever seen that movie?
Goodness.
I have not. No.
If
Oh.
I did, I probably saw 7 minutes of it.
It is
because-
so hilariously
Is it?
funny and stupid, and yes, it's so funny. Like I can't. It sucks that you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
No,
because
I
it's just
I'm
the
familiar.
funniest movie
I am
ever.
familiar with it. I know that it exists, but I can't think. I see a lot of. I probably watch a movie every day,
Okay.
I would. Yeah.
and I can't imagine.
Well, I would strongly
haven't seen
recommend putting
The
the
Stupids,
entirety
huh?
of The Stupids into your agenda.
Okay,
Yeah.
On it. Is that on the flicks?
who's with him?
I don't know. I just know Tom Arnold is the only recognizable actor in that movie.
Oh boy, he was the get for that. He's the guy.
We're not talking about something that's like on AFI's top 100.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is something that you might be able to find on YouTube.
yeah.
Maybe.
But here, okay, you got to look at it from the filmmaker's point of view. When he got the script together, he got this and that, and he's like, okay, we have to find investors. Now I need to put a name in this thing.
Let's
we
get
need a
Tom
name.
Arnold.
Who can we get? Who do you know?
Some
Well,
hammered guy in the background. Oh, Tom Arnold.
Yeah,
And
Tom
then he
Arnold
blacks
delivered.
back out.
Tom Arnold delivered
We were
tacos.
roommates.
Yeah, my roommate's best friend's sister's cousin's brother knows Tom Arnold from the car wash that he goes to.
They
Yeah,
used to work
man.
together.
Yeah, that's
Let
it
me
then.
call him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
call him, see if you can get him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what do you know? He can do it. He can do it for $1,000.
Yeah. That and some royalties, you know?
So what's it about? Just
So I haven't watched this movie since I was a child, but if I can remember correctly, basically what happens is it's about a family and their last name is the Stupids, and they are complete and utter idiots. And at some point, the kids get lost. They go to a Chinese restaurant and they open up their fortune cookies and they misinterpret a very generic fortune. And they I don't remember what it says, and I don't really remember what their mission is, but it sends them off on some sort of quest, if you will, where the Tom Arnold and his wife in the movie think that their children have been kidnapped by the trash men. And so it's coming back. It's coming back. So every night that they put their trash out, the trash men come and collect their trash. And he's thinking that someone is stealing my garbage. So he then goes into his
rock solid script.
Right.
So far.
Yeah.
So they go into his garage and he looks at his car to follow this trash car or the trash truck. And he's like, 4 wheels. And then he looks over at his bicycle, the second best option. And he's like, 2 wheels. And then he looks up against the wall and he sees 2 rollerblades. And he goes, 16 wheels. And so then the next thing you see is that he's trying to track them down on roller skates.
Wow.
And it's so funny.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
That's gonna be movie night with the B team right there, man.
It is.
Yeah,
that sounds like a Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's one where he didn't even read the script. They're like, they're gonna pay you, and he's like, sign me up. How much? 300-400. Let's do it. I'm locked in.
Well, let's keep this thing moving because it's almost lunchtime.
You hungry? Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf? What's she doing? I never know what she's doing.
Back there.
Ma, the meatloaf!
Are you worth making a movie about? What would be in it?
I would probably say no. I'm not worth making a movie about at the moment. At the moment,
like a documentary style.
There's always time
Sweet.
for an AP award or a Pulitzer Prize down the line.
Okay.
But for right now, I don't know that I'm worth a movie.
Really? You don't think you have a movie in you?
No, I don't. Unless maybe it would be a superhero movie where he's a journalist by day, and then at night
This is a completely original thing.
Yeah, he's a journalist at night, and then he follows up his leads based off of what he's learned by being the crime beat reporter, and just goes to town on the criminals.
It's like merging
old school
Superman and Batman together. What you just described. No.
Noah, get in here. I need you to go out, kid. Hey, where's Scoop? Get him in here.
No.
I got an assignment for him.
Stop it.
I need you to find...
If I had an off button right
Where's Cody, dog? Where's that
I'd hit
kid?
him.
Where's Scoop? Get him in here. Noah!
You know what's really interesting is I actually work out to this music.
keeps the heart
Are
rate
you a
going.
steampunk, Noah? Are you a steampunk at heart?
I am not much of a steampunker at heart, but I do appreciate their. I've seen. I don't go to their conventions or wherever people convene to discuss their steampunk.
I've heard
artifacts.
this term. I'm just not familiar with what a steampunk is.
You could probably explain it better than me.
Well, I don't really know. It looks like it's like a fashion / furniture where they sort of mold steam stuff like
Trains.
Yeah,
Engines. Steam engine.
like pipes and
little gadgets,
and
just little gadgets they have that
into
work
modern
on steam.
things. So I've seen a couple really cool looking steampunk watches that I just couldn't pull off.
Yeah, it's
I
a
think
lot
you
of
could.
like if you watched. I don't think this is what started it, but the Wild Wild West, the movie,
The one with Will Smith.
with Will Smith. There's a lot
Great
of that
movie.
gadgetry, that kind of stuff in there, and the dress
Gotcha.
and the
yeah,
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
things they wear. But yeah, it's a movement, as we call it. I don't know if you kids call it that, but that's what I call it.
No, nobody calls it that anymore.
No, well, just go to my next question then. Shut up, old man, with your old man jokes. It's never failed. I do a little bit of stand-up comedy.
Oh, okay.
And it's never failed when I walk up on the stage. Here come the dad jokes. Somebody.
Oh, no.
Somebody. Yep.
Do you just lock eyes and say we're fighting after this, me and you?
We just fight.
You don't even you just go at it
because you can't.
Yeah.
You know
First
you
rule of
can't.
Fight Club is
Tell
not
everyone
talk
about Fight Club. Tell everybody.
See, we differ there.
No.
I agree with the Brad Pitts of the world and
No.
the Edward Nortons. You don't talk about it. You don't
See,
mention Fight Club.
You
goes a
got to
different
tell
route.
everybody about Fight Club because a Fight Club with two people is horrible.
Gotcha.
It gets boring, right? And then I like your golden rule, or the platinum rule, because I got to thinking about it. I was like, that's true. What if you're into S&M, and then that's how you would want to be treated? Somebody else might not like that, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's one of my
I like
favorite
That's actually
shows.
exactly what my mom meant when she
yeah,
told me that.
yeah.
rule.
She's like,
Yeah.
She was like,
some
"No."
people, they might be into that,
Yeah.
and they
You
might,
always have to ask first.
yeah, oh yeah, always.
Well, have a safe word for goodness sake.
Right.
And don't make the safe word safe word.
No. Safe words,
beats
good
it.
safe words are like faster, harder,
Nope.
keep going.
None of
Those are
that's
usually
correct.
good
What about,
go-tos.
Bad
do it.
monkey.
Bad monkey.
That would be a good safe word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Katie from Congo.
Katie, bad monkey.
Yeah. It's the best.
Let's go deep.
Uh-oh.
If you could interview Hitler in 1945,
What a random question.
what would you ask him?
Probably the who, what, where, why of the matter.
Really?
My first question right out of the
was going
gate,
on,
bro. Where's your razor? Get rid of that shit. What's happening there?
You can't see that.
Come on.
I think he thought it was a style choice. I mean,
Horrible.
I think that he thought he could reel in their ladies.
I guess. Jeez.
And Eva, come on. Come on.
What do
He
you
was the leader of an entire cult and country.
Yeah.
He could only pull Eva Braun,
I'm not
his
serious.
niece.
Was Sheila? Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not
And have you
up
seen
on my
photos
Hitler
of her?
knowledge.
Have you seen photos
Shoot.
of her?
Little mannish.
She's played some softball.
I don't
She's
know
played
that
softball.
that her looks are the worst part of it though. The fact they were related.
Yeah, that's a
bothers
new
me
one
the
for me.
most.
Oh,
It's
that's a
almost
little-
like he's from
okay.
Alabama, not from Germany.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I live in Amish country, so we got stuff going on here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
This
a
stuff-
Missouri joke. I've learned that Ohioans tend to use that joke, but talk about Kentucky.
My favorite joke about Kentucky is who's the richest person in Kentucky? The
Colonel
Tooth Fairy.
Oh,
I was gonna say Colonel Sanders, man.
yeah.
I won a T-shirt. I stumped Jackie Martling with that one. You know, Howard Stern show.
Okay.
They used to stump Jackie. It was a
I didn't
little
know.
thing they did, little shtick they did on their show,
Yeah.
and I sent that in by the emails. And
Is that like the first email
and
you sent?
Jackie
You're like,
admitted, because I never understood how it could be a real contest, because he can just say, "Oh yeah, I've heard that joke. Oh yeah, I've heard that." But what it was is you'd send in a joke, and if he's not heard that, if you really stump him with the joke, then he sends you a free T-shirt.
Mm,
And he admitted that I stumped him with that joke.
nice.
Proofer didn't happen. Where's your
Is
T-shirt?
that the T-shirt today?
No,
Where's your T-shirt?
no,
I don't believe you.
I don't particularly like this interview.
Yeah.
I think it's going swell.
If we
called you on your-
swimmingly.
Called you on your bullshit there. Huh?
No, I really want a T-shirt.
No.
I
First of
really
all,
believe
you
I
own
stumped
90
Jackie.
Dare T-shirts and maybe this one. So I've not seen the T-shirt you're in question.
I stumped Jackie the Joke Man.
I don't
I'm
think
saying
that
it
you
right
did.
here, right now. That's going to be on my bio on the website.
That's going to be on your tombstone.
Make that happen, Spire people. If we came to your home and looked in the fridge, what would we find?
Just bought Parmesan cheese. It's really good.
What kind? What
Ooh.
brand? You know?
It's shredded. I never paid attention to the
Kraft?
brand. It's
Kraft's
yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, not just okay. I thought you were like some type of artisan cheese.
Oh yeah, no, it's not Kraft. No, it's like real. It's like an Italian
Like a
word.
block?
On the
stinky,
package.
real stinky.
No,
like
it's
it
it's
should be.
shredded. It's like you have to keep it refrigerated though. I don't think you
I know
have
what
to keep
you're talking about.
Kraft. I don't
It's
know,
solid.
maybe you do,
It's good.
but it's really good. And there's also a lot of beer. I'm
There we go.
recently into a New Holland sour called the ear. Shoot, I don't remember what it's called now. This is why I should always bring notes to everywhere I go.
No, it's-
It's something really good though. It's almost like irregressible or something. The incorrigible reserve is what it's called. It is
Incorrigible
probably the
Reserve.
best sour beer that I've ever had.
Sour beer.
I'll give you a good sour beer, Natural Light. If you've never had that, let me tell
Or
you,
Heineken.
blow your mind. Yeah, Heineken's
Or
not bad.
Skunk. That's not
You know what
Natural
I-
Light is even more sour the second time you taste it.
Yeah. It just gets worse as you drink it. Like, even though you're hammered, you're like, why is this not getting any better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always found that the smellier the beer, the better it tastes. It's like cheese. Only I can't say that if the smelly cheese tastes good. I can't
So you
tell
liked the, you were a man who was about the Mickey Big Mouths?
Oh, yeah.
Because Mickey, that was pure.
Rank, but delicious.
Yeah.
6% alcohol or something like that, too. So, you're doing just fine.
Is that what you drank in college? What'd you drink in school?
I was a Rolling Rock fan in college.
Yeah.
I loved the green bottles. I also, the real reason I thought it was really cool because it was from St. Louis. And everyone disliked it until I let them try it. So I sort of felt like I was almost inventing the beer every time I let someone try it. Because they're like, oh, that's gross. I was like, no, it's not. Try it. And they're like, oh, it's amazing. I was like,
I did say it was gross before they even tried it.
Well, I know. But
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know.
Well, you
People.
drank a lot of Fight House and
Get your fight house.
and your
It didn't
Natty Light.
matter. It didn't. I drank a lot of everything.
They have because he did drink a lot of Natty Light,
Mhm.
and then I told you about. Have you ever heard of Natty Daddy?
I have not.
Yeah, it's the big can. It's like a
Okay.
big 24-ounce can, but it's like super high octane. It was like what did I tell you at the time? Wasn't it like 8% or
That's what you
something
said.
ridiculous?
It sounds like Steel Reserve, which is just horrendous.
It was insane.
Yeah.
I saw it somewhere and
I've not
I
had it.
didn't take a picture of it though. So,
So it clearly doesn't exist.
may or may not have happened. We don't know at this point.
Besides beer and cheese, what else you got going on there?
Well, I've got milk, and I have.
What's the milk for?
I use it for protein
The cat.
shakes, and I make eggs with it, which sounds
No,
weird.
No,
but
scrambled
okay.
eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Cream or milk. Yeah.
Scrambled eggs, just to fluff them up a little.
Yep. And then I've got some sugar snap peas, some spinach, and some green beans that I'm looking forward to eating.
Got your
Wow.
Pop-Tarts, ramen, all the classics.
I don't think either of those go in the refrigerator, but
That's all right. You can put them in there. Chill your Pop-Tarts. Everybody warms them. Okay.
It
Flip the
has
script.
been hot.
flip the script.
It's been hot.
Put them on chill. Thank me later.
Gotcha.
So, would you consider yourself a vegetarian? Except for the cheese
No,
part.
I'm so sorry. I also have turkey burgers in my refrigerator.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
All
I
right.
don't like to eat red meat though. Although 2 days ago I had a barbecue chicken sandwich, which oddly enough had no barbecue sauce on it, and it had bacon on it, and it was
Nice.
pretty good.
Oh yeah,
It's bacon.
bacon.
It's hard. It's
Delicious.
hard to really complain about bacon,
It really is.
but I've sort of forced myself to forget about how it tastes every time, so I don't find myself craving it ever, which is not a unhealthy lifestyle.
Well, how would you feel about a nice BLT? Because
It's really
that's-
good, but it's
Yeah.
even better without the bacon.
Oh.
I'm just strongly disagreeing with you.
Oh,
yeah. As I said that, it tasted funny. It was wrong. It
You're
was
like,
wrong.
what am I saying right now?
No, but
We've never kicked anyone out of the studio before, ever.
I'm fighting mad right now.
Oh, what was the best thing before sliced bread?
um,
I'm gonna think about that one too.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love bread, so maybe just a loaf of bread would be pretty good.
Yeah, you can watch like old shows like Little Rascals. I remember when I was a kid watching those Little Rascals rerun. Don't you say a word. Don't you say, oh, first run?
No. I'm sure it was the first
Nope.
one, but that's not what I was gonna say.
No. But you could watch the Little Rascals and they would go in and like get a sandwich and the bread was like that thick.
Yeah.
And I asked my mom about that. Why is the bread so thick? She said they didn't slice bread back then like in a package. You bought
do
a
it
loaf
yourself.
of bread and you sliced it
DIY?
yourself. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so bad at cutting a loaf of bread too. Like it's never a straight line. Sometimes like my slices will be like and this is a podcast, so you can't see my hand motions, but they will be
we're
that
filming it.
We're video.
okay.
Yeah.
We're video.
They will be lines that like would intersect if they kept going on forever and ever. Like they're just horrible lines.
Well, sure, when you're carving stuff hammered, it's a little tricky to keep it lined up.
After a few incorrigible reserves.
Yeah, you're like, it's time for bread.
Right.
You know? Maybe some toast.
Well, what are you saying? Best thing since sliced
I'm going to
bread?
stick to prostitution because that's, that's the oldest invention. I don't know. That's the wheel.
Oh.
That's been around forever, right?
Not forever.
Well,
That's why it was invented.
This fucking guy.
No, but now that you bring up the wheel, that they say that's the greatest invention. But what about fire? Fire is a really good invention too. That wasn't something that you had to develop. Also, a bowl. Where would we be without cups or bowls?
See, here's the thing on your
Bowls,
development of fire. That took somebody watching like a lightning strike a tree.
Yeah, they had to recreate it though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's pretty important.
That stuff blows my mind, man, to think about the first people that use that stuff on a regular basis. Because, like you're saying, you got to see it somewhere generally, or it happens by mistake.
Yeah.
But it happens to be the best thing that could ever happen to you because you have instant heat,
In a similar vein, what blows my mind, I was watching this cooking show on Netflix, and it wasn't like a Food Network show where
Gordon Ramsay's yelling at everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't like that. They were basically
an excellent chef. How dare you?
I'm always fascinated by his swearing, so I don't pay much attention to the show.
Let's try his food, okay? And then come talk to me.
I'm sorry.
Basically, they're just sort of retelling how or why things were created, and in this one segment of like the first episode, they're talking about how the first human beings before we lived in houses with great kitchens and stoves would eat raw meat, and then
right.
It's an assumption, I guess, by whoever's telling the story that they must have walked through a place that had been like burned down by a fire, and they picked up an animal that was like actually cooked, and they realized how much better it tasted, and so then the mission was to recreate that taste using fire. I mean, that's sort of a dumbed down version of it, but that's again, like back, you had to sort of learn that there's a better way of eating that doesn't include just eating roadkill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I know that some of the food as it progressed, like smoking and salting, was just due to preservation. But
right.
But yeah, I don't know if the first person to have like cooked meat
or an egg.
Yes, the egg
so
thing.
Just doing it Rocky style, just popping it in there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Can't imagine that old joke of,
what
I
came first.
No, that's
egg.
a real old joke. No, the one about the guy who ate the first egg after watching a chicken poop out this egg. Who said, "Oh, I'm going to eat that."
Yeah.
Next thing that comes out of that duck's butt, I'm going to eat it.
Right.
I think it was Jeff Foxworthy, but I'm not sure. If we gave you an elephant, where would you hide it?
My ego. I don't know.
Ooh.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
No,
huh?
no, that was a high dive.
You want to go take a nap?
That was a
Go
high
lay down?
dive into the pool.
That's a lot.
I don't
for
even
you.
have anything on my
That's a
board
big day for
that.
you.
I don't even have.
Yep. That's your mind right now. That's your mind.
Was not expecting that.
You're looking a little flush. You need some water?
No,
Huh?
it's just so deep.
All right. If you pass out
I'm
over
gonna start
there,
crying.
you throw some McLaughlin on there. In the house. Yeah.
Where would you go? What's your best answer? Have you asked that question before?
An elephant?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. No, he's never
If I
asked me
gave
that.
you an elephant, Corey,
Yeah.
where would you hide it?
I don't know if that I would hide it.
Just
I would ride it everywhere.
display that thing for
Yeah,
everyone
man.
to see.
Like, I got a fucking elephant. What do you got?
What do you bring to the table?
A Subaru?
Subaru.
I also drive one of those. But it doesn't matter, all right? Because I have an elephant now. I get elephant eggs whenever I want. That's not a real thing.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I have to say, I as much as it pains me to say it, I agree with you on this one. I don't believe I would try to hide it.
They're awesome. They're super smart. You can ride them. They can pick you up. You know, they can spray water on you if you're hot.
Katy Perry in her music video took a shower using an elephant. So
See?
like, you
Katy
wouldn't need
Perry
plumbing
could come
anymore.
over. There's nothing wrong there.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Nope.
I don't want. I don't really want to sing so much. You know, but yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Thank you.
I guess.
Thank you.
Context. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite color of socks that you like to wear?
I don't have a favorite color, but my preferred socks are like silly ones. My favorite pair of socks are the I guess gray socks with giant baseballs all over them. That gets a lot of attention.
All right.
The other day I was at a bar and a very cute girl came up to me and asked about my socks because they had popsicles on them. That was a good moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then I have another pair of socks.
She likes
with
milk
ice
in her
cream.
eggs too.
Yeah.
or she does now,
Right.
right? I'm sorry. So sorry.
Yeah.
So we're at the club. Now, there's a reason for that question. I think I pulled it out of you a little bit.
Okay.
You wear socks,
Yes.
not normally known as a fashion statement, but you wear
They
them
are now.
for other folks to see. Or is it
No,
a case
that's for
of,
him.
Oh,
or is
I
it a
see what you're
it's
saying.
not for you. It's a case. Is it a case of, hey, man, I'm wearing these socks because they're going to draw attention. People are going to look at me. Or is it just, I know I have funny socks.
I
on
just
right
think
now.
it's
It makes me
it's
feel
almost
funny.
like underwear. You just sort of have to. It's for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
My socks are better than your socks, and I'm not going to tell you that, but I know that. You know what I mean?
And
That
if
sort of
you
thing.
happen to catch a glimpse,
You're
No.
welcome.
yeah,
yeah.
You know,
yeah, exactly.
feast your eyes on this.
Right.
Huh?
Do you even wear socks?
Depends on what I'm doing. But yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you have, because I've seen a couple of your workout videos.
Yeah.
And you have,
like
you're
to
one of
keep-
those fellas that decided to wear the black socks to work out in, which
Yeah, I do.
goes against everything I believe in.
Why?
Because
The
just
Fab Five did it.
That's what I was about to say.
You know? Everybody knows them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trailblazers.
Yeah.
They really are
The long shorts.
famous.
It
for
changed the
being famous.
game.
Yeah, they did.
They were the Kardashians with the Kardashians.
Do you know this about me? Because I know you did some background on me, Noah, because that's what you do.
Right.
He's like, no. Nothing.
No idea.
I
Not
came
even.
in blind.
I was damn near a Kardashian.
Oh yeah.
Tell him, but so he doesn't think I'm telling a lie. You tell him how I almost ended up in that world.
I've never heard this story ever.
You've seen the picture.
I know that your dad is Danny Glover. I know that, but I don't know. I don't. Oh well.
I have photographic proof.
Wait, yeah. Your mom,
Dated.
was it Bruce?
Yes.
Dated Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In the 90s.
What a different
I was-
life you could have had.
I was almost a Kardashian and almost had two
This
mommies.
close, man. This close.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost nailed it. You'd be rich right now, and instead you're doing this podcast. You know.
Oh, there's so much more to that story. No, I got to let you off the hook. My mom was a pharmacy rep
Okay.
back in the day, and she would go to these things where they'd have keynote speakers, I guess, to make pharmacy repping entertaining, or things to make my mom not want to shoot herself in the face.
Right.
So they would have people come in, and
Celebs.
Danny Glover. was
Danny
one of
Glover,
them.
man.
She's got pictures with him, pictures with Bruce, and there's several other. There's one with the guy who was Darth Vader, like the actual
James Earl
guy.
Jones.
Right.
Oh, you're talking about
No,
the guy
Yeah.
that wore the suit. Nobody cares
Yeah.
about that guy.
Yeah.
Well, he was wearing the suit though, and it was a
nobody cares.
picture.
Nobody cares.
Oh,
All right.
God.
If it's not James Earl Jones, no one gives a shit.
What's your favorite place to eat?
In Mansfield, I'm a huge fan of Athens Greek Restaurant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
That was solid.
Yes, real solid.
Falafel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I've recently been
totally
getting
redeemed
their
yourself.
phew. I really like their hummus trio plate. They have
Okay.
just all three of their hummuses are so good. Is it hummy? They're hummi? I don't know, but they're really
Hum,
good.
yeah,
If there's more
let's
than
go
one.
Hummi, yeah.
Yeah, plural.
It's not Hummer. It's not that.
No.
Hummi, though.
No, you're going to pay a lot for that. Anywhere.
Maybe double.
Anywhere.
What about non-Mansfield? How about St. Louis?
Wait a minute. I'm not done with
No,
Athens.
I have a question.
Not done with it. No,
Fine.
There's plenty of enough.
Gyro or Gyro?
Euro actually.
One does that. Come on.
Yeah.
Fallon did a whole thing about that. That whole song.
Couldn't.
I know.
We're 10 times what Fallon ever dreamed of being. Okay?
It's a
We
rocket
didn't
ship.
get here.
It's a rocket ship.
I laughed more today than I ever have during a Fallon show. So
I feel good about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys should.
Me too. Thank you.
So St. Louis, what do you think?
There's
Barbecue.
Recommend
Barbecue.
a spot if
Aren't
I'm going to
they
go
known?
down there.
well,
Steak.
So I really like a place called Carl's Drive-In. They have
Okay.
the best hamburgers of any place ever.
This is
in my
going to be
opinion.
different than the Carl's Jr.?
Oh yeah, yes.
It's different.
It's a like independent franchise,
Gotcha.
and it's really great. And then there's also a root beer manufacturer called Fitz's Root Beer, and they have the best root beer floats. And that's awesome.
I want to say I might have had a Fitz root beer, but I'm not for sure. But I'm going to have to go down
In
and try
St.
it out.
Louis?
No. So I don't know. It sounds familiar is what I'm saying. I may not have. It's too soon to tell. But maybe. I will, though. Now, I'm going to Amazon. I'll order a pack. I'm sure you can get that shit on Amazon. You can get anything on Amazon.
If you go through our website, click on our banner.
That's when you get all the special, the blacklist shit that you
That's-
can't normally get.
Yeah.
Babies.
You're issued
you know?
a black card.
I have one.
What?
I'll show you. You just mentioned it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is real. This is real.
I promised him he'd be out of here in an hour.
No
you
problem.
lied because
I'm off today, man.
Look at that. See? Feel it.
Oh, you
Feel
have
it.
the
It's
black
hefty.
card?
It's hefty.
Well, it really
It's like
is.
metallic,
It feels-
man.
it's
They
like-
just sent it in the mail. I don't even buy that much shit on Amazon. But yeah, they sent it. I was like, oh, sweet. Feels cool.
Yeah.
I feel like Jay-Z,
Yeah.
but not nearly as rich.
Wait a minute. I paid for this entire
You did.
facility
You did.
on Amazon,
Yeah.
and I didn't get a little metal
It's
card.
coming. It's coming.
What can you do with that I can't do by?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's not like one of those unlimited things. No, it's nothing. Nothing special. Yeah.
Okay. What? I don't know why I wrote this question like this. I put what/who is your dream interview? I don't know what the what would be. I don't know what I was thinking when I said what or who is your dream
Like
interview.
an alien. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, or like that thing that I saw at Walmart. I'm
How dare
I'm
you?
not sure. No.
He
I'm
has
just not
feelings
sure.
too.
I'm not sure.
Such a
I don't
dick.
really have any dream interviews at the moment. It's hard enough to get the people that I need to talk to return my phone calls.
Yeah, you said something there, brother.
I don't doubt it.
I'm not really the kind of person who aspires to interview like celebrities or anything like that.
Okay.
But I guess, if there's something really cool that I don't know about and they would be willing to tell me about a story, but I don't like have an individual in mind. Sorry, it'd be such a lame.
No, that's okay.
answer.
No, I didn't know if you had extreme political views and you're like, oh, this is my guy that
Nope.
sits on the mount.
Nope.
I want to talk to him one day.
No.
So that whole thing about if you're going to be if you're going to be stranded on an island,
Mm-hmm.
you have what? You have one book, one person, and one meal. What would those three things be?
Probably Katy Perry, as we previously discussed.
Nothing wrong there.
There's your meal.
Oh.
That covers 2 out of the 3.
I don't know where that comes from. I have a wife, for goodness sake.
Come on.
I have children.
This is a family show.
Nope.
Carl's Drive-In.
Wow, that must be good.
It's really good for sure, and especially now that I'm thinking about it, and it's close to lunchtime. And then in terms of books, that's a hard one. I've been reading a lot of really cool books lately. I'm really into these America's Best, and then they're like different like travel pieces or sports pieces, stuff like that. Those are really cool, and I got into those in college. There was one that I was required to get for a sports writing class, and I read them repeatedly, and I learn new things from them journalistically, and I also just very much enjoy them. They're really cool books. The America First series.
America First.
That sounds like Donald Trump. I don't know if that's not right.
That's
America's Best. That's what I meant to say.
Amen.
America's First.
No. I think you said it right. America First.
Have you ever been to Cooperstown?
I've not, but I went to the Negro Leagues in Kansas City last summer. That was really cool.
I've not been there, but I bet it was awesome.
Yeah, it's really
Cooperstown's
cool.
sweet. It's nice, but
Yeah.
There's just so much history. I'm a huge baseball, like a general baseball fan, so I really appreciated all of the information in that museum.
are you still mad at Albert?
You know, I'm not. It's really funny. Someone posed this question on Twitter the other day, and I don't think that anger was. I don't think I felt angry. Like after 2 or 3 weeks, I sort of made peace with it. But now that he's like hitting his 600th home run and all the like really great stuff that he did as a Cardinal, it's just sort of disappointing because Angel fans don't have the whole background knowledge.
Right.
They don't have the like love and everything. And I also strongly believe they don't have the general fan base that St. Louis has for their fans. So I feel like if anyone should be upset, it should be Albert, to be honest, because I don't think I think he went to Los Angeles thinking he'd be playing in LA and he'd become like more popular than ever. And Anaheim is just not the same thing.
Yeah, I haven't heard much
You know what I mean?
much out of it
You
other
haven't.
than some milestones and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, and I mean,
haven't
like,
heard much from him.
like Mike Trout is the king over there. Like
Yeah.
no matter what
He was texting you a
does.
couple times a day at
Yeah,
one point.
I know.
And you've heard nothing since.
So I too am disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give the dad answer. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
right.
You know.
What's your favorite joke?
What do you call a pile of kittens?
What do you call a pile of kittens, Corey?
I got nothing.
A meowton.
Meowton. Nice.
Meowton.
I've not
I
heard
should-
that. I've
should
not
have
heard
called
that.
my sons out here for that one.
They like
Put
that
my
one.
kids out. They would really like that one.
But you
A
can just
meowton.
tell it at your next stand-up comedy.
No, I have the greatest joke on the planet,
All right, let's hear
which
it.
is also my favorite joke.
Awful.
Okay?
Okay.
Because you've heard it 9,000 times, because we do this every time.
Bad. Anyway, continue.
There were 2 bears eating a clown. One bear said to the other, "Does this steak
Yeah, you said derailed. Let's reset that.
There were
Yeah.
there were 2 bears eating a clown. One bear said to the other, "Does this taste funny to you?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Horrible.
That's
Well, the second
horrible.
time around,
That's
if I could
funny.
have hit him the first, he'd be laying down right now, kicking his feet,
Throwing
and
up,
screaming, yeah.
laughing, crying.
And our last question,
Okay.
our very last question of the day: how many pairs of shoes do you own?
I just threw one pair away.
Okay,
I
that's
think
minus
I have,
1,
I think I have
negative 1.
like a summer shoe. I'm
Plus
gonna do this
1.
out loud. A
That's
summer
negative
shoe-ish
0. We're
thing,
down
like
to
a
0 now.
sort of a nice shoe.
So we're 0.
And then I have dress shoes. So that's 2.
It's
I have
Fun.
one
Carry-
oversized pair of running shoes.
Carry
I've
that
never
one over.
used.
You gotta square that down,
Okay,
and then add the 12.
I have a total of 6 shoes.
that's
or
18
6 pairs
shoes
of shoes
total.
I got 644 out of
Okay.
it somewhere.
All right.
I am not a math
that's,
whiz.
That's good enough for me. Noah Jones, sir, please be kind enough to tell us how we can follow you.
You can follow me on Twitter at nojo15. 15 being the year I graduated, not how old I am. And I'm also on Facebook at I think that username is also nojo15. And then also richlandsource.com. You'll be able to see what me and all of my other reporter friends are coming up with for news about Mansfield and entire Richland County, Ashland County, and Crawford County.
I'll say, yeah, man, it's
I can't say enough about that.
expansive.
I really can't say enough about that. We've had a little fun here today, albeit it was a little shaky start, but
Well, just the cell phone and everything else.
Yeah, the cell phone, the air conditioner, the scatological questioning, all of it. But it was a lot of fun having you here. But people need to look at your stuff. They need to read some of your articles, and it's really good. It's like you're bringing entertainment back to the newspaper, as it were, even though the newspaper's online now. But it's entertaining following you, and it's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
All I ask you to do is love somebody.
Thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Point 19 Productions, and to our podcast through iTunes or Stitcher. As always, we ask you help support the show by liking, commenting, and sharing our content. For up-to-date information regarding the B Team, head to thebteamwithcoryandjim.com.